You guys already gold chosen energy. Today I want to talk about youth and how it is so important for one person to be youthful, how to live youthful, how to stay youthful, how to think, feel, and act youthful, and stay in the now. I'm not gonna put on my podcast so I can record as well. Okay, so what is youthful? This time actually I didn't write anything down. The preach-it, I'm going to do it after this. I just started to kind of like change things around a little. So how do we sustain being youthful? The way we sustain being youthful is very simple. It's very much the way that the spirituality works. We think, feel, and act, and stay in the now. Those three, the thinking and feeling and acting, and also staying in the now, meaning staying in the present moment, those are enough for you to never feel old. And I'll bring you some examples. Like Steven Tyler per se, the Aerosmith guy, the artist, he is 70 years old right now, or 74 by now, right? Yeah, like 74. But if you see him on the street, he looks like he's like 50 or 45. He looks super young. And when they asked him, like when Joe Rogan asked him, like, hey, so how do you stay so young? His answer was, because I never think, or I never feel that I'm old. I always act the same way that I acted when I was 20. I feel the same way that I used to feel when I was 20. I think the same way that I used to think that I was 20. The point here is that, and he's always in the moment, meaning he's always staying in the moment at all times. He didn't actually kind of almost quote unquote said this just staying in the present moment. But the fact that if you think, feel, and act like you're 20 years old or 30 years old or whatever age you want to feel, that is your preference obviously, then you are literally living in the now. You're not living in the past or the future. Because I know like many may say, hey, well, what do you mean? Like if you're acting like a 20-year-old, that means that you are living the past, but you're not, because what's happening is you are staying in the present moment, meaning like you never even aged. So since if you feel like you never aged, that just means that you are living in the present moment, not in the past. And it may be confusing to some people that they may say, hey, living like a 20-year-old, like the way you act and feel, then that means that you're living the past. But the truth of the matter is that if you continue staying in the now from day one, then there's no past. That's the magic of it. There's no past. So if there's no past, then there's no future, and it's all in the now. So therefore you are literally winning from the get-go. And many people are not aware of this. Many people have parents that are just conditioned enough to tell them like, yeah, just live in the future or the past. And I don't blame anyone. I don't blame anyone at all, because my parents were the same way. They always kind of made sure that in the future, like way into the future, like college, law school, be a lawyer, because I'm really good in like arguing and debates and stuff. I was like really good in my team. My point is that it is crazy how the way we are trained and conditioned from day one, as we are like in our adolescence, we are just conditioned so well and primed so well to actually live in the future, or to just kind of look back and say, hey, this was our kind of upbringing, so therefore I have to be limited to what I can do and can't do, you know? And that is the reason why it is so important to think, feel, and act the way you felt when you were at your prime, whether it was 20 or 30 or whatever age you want to feel like forever. You always think, feel, act that way, and never, even like this year I didn't celebrate my birthday for that reason, because like, yeah, what's the point? I feel like I'm actually younger than I was like 5 years ago, or like 2 years ago, like before my final spiritual awakening. My point being is that if we continue living like we are in the now and think, feel, and act like we're young, like I don't want to say how old I am, but I think maybe some of you will know, I mean close to 30s. But I act and feel, I'm more mature now than I was when I was 20, but the way I feel and the way I act is literally the same way that I was doing it when I was 20. Like same, literally. I have not changed anything besides the fact that now I don't party out anymore. Like I don't just go and go clubbing or smoke cigarettes. Those things are gone, but it doesn't really mean I changed my ways or I'm living the past. It just means that I'm now aware of staying in the moment and living in the moment and feeling youthful. It is the way to go, because if I think, feel, and act that I'm young, then I will look young, because there is a science behind this thing that if you actually live like you are in the now, and if you actually think that you are super young and you act like one and you're happy and you have energy and you're just like, your lifestyle is very young, very youthful, very childish like. I'm not saying like in a negative way, I mean in like a positive way, like you just feel like you're a baby still. You're doing what you loved when you're 9 years old. You're doing it now because back then you couldn't do it per se. Then what happens is biologically we actually, it's almost like the Benjamin Button effect. We actually go back instead of forward, which is really, really cool because our skin or organ, which is the biggest organ, it regenerates the cells. It's kind of like getting organic rebuild of stem cells that were not even there. It regenerates and it makes us actually more younger, and it doesn't get old, so we can see like, so our skin and so therefore it's like we really just regenerate our organs by the way we think, feel, and act. Because what happens is, because nothing is tangible, like nothing is like solid, by knowing that, we are able to actually almost transform into whatever age we want and stay that way by just the way we actually think, because we create our reality. So who's to say that we don't even create ourselves the way we look, our vessel, you know? Maybe what if this vessel, it's all a vibration, it's not even real, you know? And technically it kind of is, because they say nothing is solid, like everything is vibration. Who's to say that we cannot change our body, face, and the way we look just by thinking, feeling, and acting young and staying in the present moment? Steven Tyler is one proof. There's many other people that can literally probably attest to this too as well. But the key point here is feeling, staying, and acting young. And also, of course, if you're vegan, it helps. If you are going to the gym, it helps, because people that are young, they usually go to the gym. The people that are really old, they're on the weights and they're on the heavy stuff, or they don't like do some like everyday exercise because they just like are too broken down, or they're just too their bones are kind of in pain. But there's many people like Arnold I can't even pronounce his last name, Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? I think I said it right. Sylvester Stallone, that's Rocky. They work out every single day, like every single day. It doesn't matter the age. So you have to work out, and you have to feel, because working out makes you feel a certain way too. You feel more active, you feel more young, you feel youthful. So that's really important too. For me, I mean, my thing will be, my best takeaway from this podcast, whatever you want to call it, whatever you're listening to this on, is if you are in your 50s or 40s or 70s, it doesn't matter what age, or 30s, and you want to just still party and just have fun like you're 20, don't abuse it so you won't have to just kill yourself by poison. But think, feel, and act and stay in the present moment for like a whole, I want to say at least a month, and see how you feel and see how you look. I'm just really fascinated of how this will actually impact other people. I know it impacted me like crazy since I became spiritually awakened. Like my last one that really just actually woke me up, I actually look like 2-3 years younger than I was before, which many people have noticed. They're like, dude, you look younger. I'm like, thanks. So I'm just really curious how you would experience that, and I definitely want comments if this is a video you're watching or podcast. Comment below. I want you to test this. Just wake up in the morning tomorrow on a Sunday or Monday, whatever day you're listening to this, or Tuesday, whatever, doesn't matter. And think that you are as youthful as you can possibly imagine, where you're at your prime. And then feel that way the whole day, and then act that way. Just whatever you used to do when you were like 20 or 30, and whatever age you want to feel like. Try to like kind of put that in action and see how things work out for you, and just see how it feels, because I feel like it's not a lot of work, and it'll be really cool for you to see yourself, how it changes your mood, how it makes you feel more passionate about life. And by doing this, you might even discover what you're actually passionate about, which will be a really cool, awesome kind of a thing to actually have from something so simple. And you might find your purpose even at whatever age you are in, and you're listening to this podcast or video or whatever you are hearing this or listening to this on. But I'm just super fascinated about this topic, because Steven Tyler said this, and then Wiz Khalifa also said this in a different video. So like many people, including me, since I feel like younger than I was like when I was 20, I feel like I'm actually feeling more younger than I was 10 years ago. It's funny I'm more like humble, and I'm more like feeling like the flow. I'm feeling like I can conquer the world. And when I was 20, I felt that way, but it wasn't real. It was just like kind of like this I was like, yeah, you know that energy, you feel energy, but you don't actually kind of put any action on it or effort. But now I actually feel like that full blown. So and it's all from because I've always been childish in every way. Like I still do things that I used to do when I was like 8 or 10. So like that's what literally makes you who you are. And I'm like, I used to be super funny from day one, and since I was like 8 years old, I'll make everyone laugh, and I still do that every single day. Wherever I go, I never take anything seriously. I'm still like that humorous, funny, like never serious, silly human being that I always will be forever because that's just who I am. And I never block that out saying, oh, I'm at this age now, I should be more serious. I should be serious around my peers, because a lot of my peers, they're married already, even though they're too young, but they found their love, so why not, right? So my point is that just be yourself, think, feel, act, and stay in the now and see how it impacts your life, and then comment below or just send me a DM on Instagram or comment on YouTube, comment on podcast, whatever you're listening to this on. Preach. Thanks for the love, thanks for the listen, thanks for the watch, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Much love, peace, namaste, stay vibey.